Coming up in this episode of the Theme Park News Show, I take a look at the latest construction taking place on the tallest gyro drop tower in the world that's opening at Hansa Park. Along with that, I share a construction update from Gröna Lund on their new B&M invert, take a first look inside Popcorn Revenge at Walibi Belgium, and much more. It's Friday the 22nd of March 2019, and this is the Theme Park News Show. I'm Sean Sandbrook and welcome to this week's episode. Hope you've all had a fantastic week out there. Of course, it's been a busy one for us here at Theme Park Worldwide. New videos go online here on the channel every day. So since last week, we've had lots of new on-ride POVs go online on the channel, 2 episodes of Let's Play Planet Coaster, and much more. Of course, if you haven't already seen our vlogs from Chessington World of Adventures and Legoland from last week, make sure you check them out. They are now online here on the channel, along with the first look inside the Alton Towers dungeon. However, that's what we've been mainly doing this week, preparing for tomorrow, because this weekend we're at Alton Towers for the opening. Really excited, going to be filming a vlog, of course getting all the updates for this year from the park. We'll be filming a separate review from the new Alton Towers dungeon. Won't be able to take you inside now it's complete, but we'll be able to give you our in-depth review from that one. And yeah, so much more to look forward to. So yeah, make sure you stay tuned over the next few days for videos from Alton Towers. Hoping to get the vlog online Sunday night, Monday morning. As soon as I can get it on, I will do. So make sure you check it out when it comes online here on the channel. Anyway, I've got lots of theme park news to get through this week, so let's kick straight in with news on the tracks. Now you either love them or hate them. Drop towers. That's what we're starting off this week's news with. Of course, Highlander, a brand new drop tower that's making its way to Hansa Park in Germany. And we've got a construction update from this one, so I'll put a few pictures on your screen as I'm talking about it. It was announced last year, the tallest gyro drop tower in the world at 120 metres. That's 393 foot tall, and it's going to drop from 103 metres. So yeah, this thing looks absolutely crazy. Me personally, I love drop towers. My favourite one out there is a Keros, which is at Gröna Lund in Sweden. Along with that, Falcon's Fury I really enjoy, over at Busch Gardens Tampa Bay in Florida. And here in the UK, Apocalypse at Drayton Manor, somewhere else I'm looking forward to getting back to next week. But yeah, with this new drop tower, Highlander, it will also feature tilting seats. You're going to get some incredible views from this. And it's going to be located next to a family coaster in the park that's known as Nessie, as part of a brand new area themed around Britain. But as you can see there, the tower itself has now been topped off. Loving the top of that, how it's got the castle turret on there, which is really nice. Of course, you can see as well all the cameras sticking out on that, which is quite cool. But yeah, this structure itself, it looks like a monster of a ride. Can't wait to get on this. Of course, we're visiting at the end of May. They've said it's opening in spring. So yeah, I think we're definitely going to be getting this one. They've got over 2 months still to finish the theming and test it. Yeah, the gondola itself is there as well. 24-seat gondola on Highlander. And yeah, it's going to reach speeds of up to 120 kilometers per hour, which is around 75 miles an hour. So yeah, this looks crazy. But do you love them or do you loathe them? What are your thoughts on drop towers? I would love to know. Comment down below on the video. Here's another one that you either love or hate. It's virtual reality on roller coasters. I mean, for me, I really started off not liking virtual reality, and sometimes when it's done well, I don't mind so much. And Europa Park, when they've done it on Can Coaster, of course, they've got the separate switch track that doesn't slow down the throughput, and of course, you actually walk through a corridor. You know, there's all sensors everywhere, and you're wearing this VR headset with like a helmet on your head. It's crazy. But yeah, that actually worked quite well. I enjoyed Dr. Archibald, which was the attraction that came to Winter Wonderland and that came over to the UK. I enjoyed that. But in general, there's a few VR experiences out there that I'm not that keen on at all and don't think they work that well. Darren Brown's Ghost Train at Thorpe Park being one of those. Europa Park, how they put it on like their other coasters, you know, it really slowed it down on Pegasus and things. So yeah, when it's done properly, I don't mind. But one that really bugged me was Galactica at Alton Towers. However, that's not going to be the case anymore, as this week Alton Towers have confirmed via social media that the virtual reality has been removed from Galactica. Now, of course, it's at Alton Towers here in the UK. It's a B&M flying coaster that originally opened in 2002, and it reopened in March 2016 with a re-theme. They built a giant portal, redid all the station, the queue line, and of course, they opened it with virtual reality. So yeah, it's lasted, what, just over 2 seasons. Last year, we noticed that it had been removed on a lot of the rows and things, so I thought its time's coming to an end, but this year they've confirmed it has gone. How does this make you feel? Again, let me know down in the video comments. I always read them and see what you guys think to the latest news in the theme park industry. But for me personally, it's a big positive. I'll probably ride Galactica a lot more now. Of course, some people have been asking, is it still going to be known as Galactica or is it going back to Air? It is going to be staying as Galactica with all the theming, the soundtrack from Imascore, but it just won't have the virtual reality. There you go. Anyway, talking of another brand new ride, an interactive ride now, and this is Popcorn Revenge at Walibi Belgium. Now, I've not really spoken much about this other than when it was announced last year. It's a very different style theme to this that I'm still struggling to understand, but there's been a behind the scenes tour this week, and the park have released this image of how it looks inside. It looks absolutely incredible. There's 7 different scenes inside the ride. Basically, you've got like a popcorn machine, a horror scene like from a horror movie, and yeah, each ride vehicle will see all of these different scenes, but in a different order. But you'll only see 6 of the scenes on that time going on the ride. I'm struggling to understand it a little bit. So basically, you've got to go on it at least twice, maybe more, to see all of the 7 scenes, because you only see 6 of them when you go on it once. There you go. Does that make sense? I'm struggling to understand it myself, but there you go. So basically, there's multiple rooms to see. You've got to do it a few times to see everything. But yeah, it's an interactive trackless dart ride. It's going to move around all these rooms, a bit like Symbolica. However, you're going to have guns, shooting screens, targets, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, like, I'm open to this. I think it'll be quite good. The theming looks quite nice in there. Bit concerned about blank space in some spaces around it, but we'll see how it is when it's complete. Opening soon at Walibi Belgium, and of course I'll give you an update when that ride opens. The park have also said as well that you'll be shooting creatures that are attacking the film with popcorn, and then you're trying to sort of restore peace to the cinema. That's the story behind it, so I don't know. I'll keep you updated on that one. Something that I am really excited for in 2019 is the reopening of Colossus at Heide Park in Germany. This is an incredible ride. I was lucky enough to experience it in 2014. And just a bit of history about the ride. So it's an Intamin wooden coaster. It was a prefab. So basically they didn't sort of cut all the wood for it on site like GTI do with their rides and other manufacturers. What they did, it was all built in a factory, shipped over to the park and then built up. And yeah, originally opened in 2001. It was the tallest wooden roller coaster in the world. It did close in July 2016 because it needed major work doing to the track that was going to cost in excess of over 10 million euros. So it was like, oh, what's going to happen? Me personally, especially with how Merlin didn't really like wooden roller coasters. I know now they've built Wicker Man. It's been a big success at Alton Towers. So yeah, with this I thought, oh, you know, it's not going to survive. But of course, when Wicker Man did well, I thought, right, we're on to a winner here. And yeah, you know, I was right. Basically, this whole ride is undergone a re-theme. They've replaced the rails, all the track. And yeah, they confirmed earlier last year that they were going to be doing this. And it's now known as Colossus Battle of the Giants. And we wonder why. Here's the giant. Look at this. Of course, heavily inspired by that of the theming item on Wicker Man. However, in my opinion, this looks even better. It's because it's got that fake track. So they've built the track coming out from the side. They've took the photos from a really good angle. Basically, the track is going to come down its normal course and go through the structure like Wicker Man. But there's that fake bit of track that goes off to the left-hand side of the structure. Massive flame blast in the top. Not just little you know, small flame machines. With this, we're talking massive fire blasts. Hopefully that'll last, because it'll be a great effect. But yeah, just thought I'd share my thoughts on it really, and I think this looks awesome. You know, it was a great ride before, one of my favourite wooden coasters. With all this theming, new soundtracks, other scenery items, it's going to be a brilliant, really solid coaster for Heide Park. Definitely get out there this year. Of course, I'm going in May along with going to Hansa Park to go and see Highlander. So yeah, very exciting, but I just love the look of it, and that fake track, I can just see it now. Obviously it's going to look great when you're looking at it off-ride, but when you're on the coaster itself, racing towards that track, and you think, oh no, we should have gone that way, but you go diving through the structure. So again, let me know your thoughts. Do you think it looks too similar for Wicker Man? Do you wish that Merlin came up with something a bit more unique at the parks? Or do you just love it like I do? Comment down below. I would like to know your thoughts on that one. Anyway, tomorrow, as in Saturday the 23rd, is the opening day, not just for Alton Towers, but also for Copperhead Strike over at Carowinds in the USA. I spoke a lot about this. I think every week I've been giving you updates, but I just thought I'd show one more photo. Look at this. Look at the ride there, and of course that entrance sign, the details on that. It's great to see the parks outside of Disney and Universal in the US getting to grips more with the theming now. You know, I know Dollywood, Silver Dollar City and stuff have done theming, but you know, these Cedar Fair and Six Flags parks, we're starting to see a bit more theming around now, which is great to see. But yeah, look at that. Really impressed. Can't wait to ride it. Mack Ride's double launch coaster, and yeah, it was the media previews this week. A few friends of mine have been on it, and they said, yeah, really good solid ride. Again, it's not like ridiculously intense. It is a Mack coaster, so yeah, don't expect anything like an Intamin in terms of intensity, but it is a good fun ride. However, I have heard from a few friends about the seat belts. Of course, you've got that standard restraint what you find on the Mack launch coasters, but it's also got a seat belt that comes up the front and actually attaches onto the restraint, and apparently it's been like whacking up throughout the ride. So it's fastened, but the loose bit of the strap has just sort of been whacking up in your face throughout the ride. So not a big fan of that, but I'll see for myself when I ride it in June as part of our 20 theme parks USA road trip. And yeah, if you want to see more details, all the parks we're doing, check out our reveal video that we filmed last month that was hilarious, something a bit different. Come on, we're Theme Park Worldwide, we have to be a bit different. So make sure you check that out. But yeah, it's going to be great. Copperhead Strike opening tomorrow at Carowinds. Another new ride coming to the UK for 2019. We've already had some announcements from Great Yarmouth Pleasure Beach, Pleasurewood Hills, Adventure Island. So yeah, Oakwood are getting a Zamperla disco called Dizzy Disc. There you go. Make sure I say that one right. But yeah, Dizzy Disc is coming to Oakwood this year. It looks interesting. You know, it's gone the former space where the Clown Coaster was. But not just that, they've also announced that Bounce is going to be reopening their drop and shot tower, and they've also relocated the teacups and rethemed them as well in the spooky area of the park. So yeah, really pleased with that. Oakwood's a great park. It's got my favourite wooden coaster in the UK, which is Megaphobia. Might be a bit controversial. I know a lot of people say Wicker Man or Grand National. For me, it's Megaphobia. It just has all them spots in the right place, and I love it, especially in the dark. But there you go. Great to see Oakwood getting some more investment. Would love to see a new coaster there in the next few years, but or even Nightmare that's been standing at Camelot. I thought that would make a perfect investment, you know, if they relocated that over to Oakwood in Wales. But there you go. We'll be back there this summer, of course, and look forward to visiting. Finally then, I've got another construction update for you all from Gröna Lund in Sweden. It's a park that I've been to twice, a really nice amusement park. I only visited for the first time a couple of years ago, and I thought, you know what, I want to go back, so I went back last year. What a great park. It's so compact, so many drop rides, roller coasters, some really nice bits of theming. But yeah, we knew that there was going to be some big changes coming when they announced their 2020 originally, but now 2021 B&M inverted roller coaster that's going to be going in. B&M's take up a lot of space, and I did not understand how they were going to fit this in, but there you go. Now I can understand how. Look at this image. They're basically demolishing a lot of the buildings around the park to build this coaster. I mean, I'm not too sure how I feel about this, to be honest, because there were some really nice historic buildings in that park, and they've just ripped them down, but hopefully they're going to put some of them back up where they can do. And obviously with this, the station's going to be built underground, so if we look at these images, you can see how they've dug out the area, what looks to be for the station, and then it's going to sort of come out of a tunnel and up the lift hill, a bit like how Galactica is at Alton Towers. So yeah, that'll be interesting to see. But yeah, I'm still not too sure how I feel about this, you know. Infrastructure changes are a big part of parks, you know, in my opinion. And obviously, you know, they've ripped out some restaurants, some shops, and yeah, I know there's no rides what they've took out for this, but I don't know, I just hope it doesn't lose that character, that charm that the park had. But I've got no plans to visit this year, but I'll probably go next year when construction's really progressing, and obviously as the park opens again in a few weeks, you know, work's going to be stopping, isn't it, until next winter. So, you know, we'll see with this one what happens. But yeah, I feel a bit sad seeing a lot of history being demolished. I don't know, maybe should I be excited? Should I be unhappy? I don't really know how to feel with this one. But again, let me know your thoughts. It was a beautiful park. Should they be removing a lot of these buildings and infrastructure to build this coaster? Or do you think it would have looked nicer if they stayed? Me, I'm sort of in the middle at the moment. It all depends how good the ride is, the ride length. And I know we've seen animations and stuff to what it's going to be like, but I don't know, I'm open with this one. I'm just fingers crossed it's not going to lose that nice charm, that amusement park feel that it had. But there you go, comment down below. Finally, I would like to know your thoughts on Efteling at the moment. Obviously, they've had plans, I spoke about them last year, to build a new launch roller coaster at the top end of the park, sort of close to the Efteling Hotel. And yeah, the plans have been rejected basically from like the locals putting in complaints and things, which is quite sad, isn't it? Because Efteling's a beautiful park, it really wants to expand. But yeah, like from what I've worked out, you know, it seems like they're having a lot of issues with the locals around the park not wanting it to expand more. I mean, it's a big park, they could put coasters in other places, but obviously they want to keep some areas looking like beautiful, don't they, you know, which is completely understandable how they don't want to put rides here, there and everywhere. It's the complete opposite to what I was talking about just with Gröna Lund. But there you go, let me know your thoughts on Efteling. Where would you like to see them go next? Obviously they really want to build this coaster. Are they going to somehow work around it? I'm not too sure. It was rumoured to have like a clown circus style theme to it. But yeah, very interesting to see. Let me know your thoughts. Of course, they're already building a small little dark ride, which is going to be opening in the Fairy Tale Forest. Pandadroom, which is the film what they've got, that's been replaced as well. So there's a lot of stuff going on at Efteling at the moment. I love the park, some great rides, but let me know your thoughts. What would you do with Efteling if you could do? There you go. Anyway, it's now time for the next segment here on the show. It is Where Am I? Where am I? When I'm editing this section, it still makes me laugh with the title sequence there. But here we go. Where was I in the picture last week? Quite a lot of you got this one right. I did say I was going to keep it quite easy, quite a simple one. But yeah, a lot of you did get this one right. So here's the image that I showed you all zoomed in there. That's my leg that you can see there in the photo. So where was I? And here is the zoomed out full photo. Da-da-da-da! There you go. I was riding the Scenic Railway at Dreamland Margate. However, not just in the normal seat. I was sat in the brakeman's seat on the actual ride as part of a behind the scenes tour. But I thought what would make that quite easy is the colour scheme, because what other coasters have got like that yellow and green ride vehicle like that? You know, it's quite an iconic colour scheme. But there you go, well done to anyone who got that one right. Remember, this section is just for fun, and it seems you guys are really liking it and getting involved down in the video comments. So should we have another one? Here is another zoomed in image, and all you've got to guess is, where am I? There you go. Can't say it now like I do in the titles. Where am I? Oh, there you go. But yeah, that is, where is that photo? Comment down below and I'll reveal it next Friday at 5 on Theme Park Worldwide. It's now time for the final section. It's your theme park moments. I tell you what, you guys are absolutely loving this segment so far this year. The parks aren't even all open yet for the season, and we've already had a record amount of photos sent in. So thank you to everyone that has sent in a photo so far. But yeah, over 30 different pictures to share with you, so we best get started with your moments. So here we go. We've got Jodie who had a photo there with me and Alex, so thanks for sharing that. We then got Evan at Alton Towers just there. Next up we've got David with an Iron Rattler on ride photo. The Kennedy family up next in Pandora, the world of Avatar. Great photo, that one. Thanks for sending it in. Lauren's up next at Thorpe Park Fright Night, so he had a better time than we did. Hopefully it'll be better this year. Then got Holly and Sharon outside Wicker Man at Alton Towers tomorrow. I'm so excited. Rhonda's up next outside Cumber. A fantastic ride there, so thanks for sending that one in. Dean's up next at Chessington Halloween. Great event, really enjoy it. Can't wait for it again this year. Next up we've got Katie, Emma and Sam at Chessington World of Adventures. They've got Stuart at Lottie World. That looks nice there, I'd love to visit, so thanks for sending that one in. They've got Isabel who had a photo there with me, so thank you very much for sharing that one. Gusty's up next with the Troy on-ride photo from Toverland. Beautiful GCI coaster, that one. Alfie and Nathan are up next at Alton Towers Scarefest. Halloween soon coming round. We then got Luke on Tower of Terror just there at Disney, so thank you very much for sending that one in. We've got Tyler and Marty outside Wicker Man at Alton Towers tomorrow. There you go, that's all I'm doing with the Wicker Man photo. Up next we've got Matt and George waiting for the Smiler at Alton Towers tomorrow. No. Thank you very much for sending in your photo. We've got Jenny with a Gruffalo on-ride photo from Chessington as well. And then we've got Bailey, Mitchell, Michael and Chloe outside 13. Sorry if I got your name wrong there, you know what I'm like. So thank you very much for sending that one in. I think it's Michael or Mitchell. I don't know, it's one of the two, I'm not too sure. Thanks for sending that one in. And you got Brad at Shanghai Disneyland just here. So thank you very much for sharing that one with us all. Next up we got Josh and the family there outside Wicker Man tomorrow at Alton Towers. Thanks for sending that one in. Then got Katie and Liam at Ferrari Land, so thank you for sending that one in to us. Katie's up next on Rattlesnake just there, so thanks for sharing that. Next up we got Finley at Fright Nights at Thorpe Park. Moving on we got Mo with a photo there on the Dragon. Next up, Charlotte and Phil have got this awesome engagement photo that they wanted to share with us all on Shambhala. She looks really surprised. Like, thank you very much for sending that one in. I love it. They are one day, Charlotte. Something like that's coming for you. Here we go. Next up, we've got Daniel who had a photo here with me. It was great to meet you. Then we've got Philip with me and Alex just there as well. Of course, if you do see us at the parks, make sure you come over and say hello. Don't be shy. Come along and say hi. It's so cheesy. Next up then, lost where I am now, we got Brandon with a big one tattoo. Look at that. When I first read this, because obviously Charlotte, the admin, sends in all the photos to me, and I thought, does it mean this guy's got a big tattoo, or is it a big one tattoo? And I saw it, and look at that. That's incredible. Thank you for sending that one in. We then got Joe, who had a picture with me and Charlotte as well. Great to see you. Lucy and Nathan up next with a Megaphobia on-ride photo. Great wooden coaster, that. Jason and Yulia on the Great Scenic Railway just there. I would love to ride that. Thank you very much for sending that one in. We then got Rebecca and Marcel at Tokyo Disney Sea. Oh my God, what a beautiful park that is. I absolutely loved it. Comment down below, what was your favourite ride in the park? I'd love to know. And also themed area. Moving on, we've got Daniel who had a photo with me there as well, so thanks for sending that one to us. We then got Michelle at Alton Towers tomorrow. And then finally we've got the birthdays. So happy birthday to Sam, Ali, Lenny, Trevor, who's 45, Yulia, and also Michelle. Happy birthday from me and Charlotte and everyone here at Theme Park Worldwide. There you go, that's all for another episode of the Theme Park News Show. I'll be back next Friday at 5 here on Theme Park Worldwide with all the latest theme park news, another Where Am I, and of course more moments to share with you all. I'm Sean Sandbrook, thanks for watching, and that means it's time to cue those credits.